These were the scenes in Uganda's capital city, Kampala, on 26th day of January 1986, when the National Resistance Army under command of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni took over Kampala. To those who were confined in Kampala with no outlet connecting them with other parts of the country, there was no choice but to hear gunshots and witness bloody scenes on the streets of the city. Kiswahili was the language spoken by the men wearing tattered army uniforms with loaded guns.
A lot of killing started, lynching and killing of people all over, especially depending on what they thought were your affiliation, which is why I say that the sectarian nature of the NRA began from the very beginning.
The struggle to take over Kampala started at around 3 a.m. on 26 January 1986 with gunshots which had to wake up everybody who was asleep. Nobody was heard walking or murmuring. Everything came to a standstill and the only sound was of bullets towards the city center. Bullets were heard till wee hours of 26 January. The city was deserted the following day.
There were many dead bodies. I can assure you, at Red Uganda, there were many people who were killed. It was just horror that I saw.
To Harrison Thembo, who by then was living in an apartment around the Winton Road next to Parliament, it was not a scene to watch. National Resistance Movement soldiers managed to surround Parliament at around 7 a.m. after a fierce encounter with Okello soldiers around Nile Avenue, railway station area, Old Kampala, Ginger Road, and the present Nakuma towards a small where bloody scenes were witnessed.
Eastwards, there were no cars moving, neither to the north or this. So we were just there and we had 2 days without food.
The battle for a microphone at the state-owned media, then Radio Uganda at Nakasero, was not easy. Soldiers were killed. Many lives were lost. But finally, Museveni's army managed to get access to the state radio studios where they announced the end of Tito Okello's regime and the starting of a new era.
There were a lot of shootings, bursting here and there, every corner of Kampala. People running up and down, running on each other, all that.
People were being lynched by the new forces coming in. They were being summarily executed. I don't know what question they were asking them, but people were being lynched in large numbers in the streets of Kampala. A lot of families lost people during that period who were killed, summarily killed by the NRA soldiers marching into Kampala.
The news was received in mixed reactions. Western parts running into jubilation as other parts like Karamoja saw it a normal thing.
We were surprised because it's Tito Okello we are standing with family.
Around Hoima, this former government which was on had brought these guys from Sudan, the Anyanya, that we used to call them in local language. So these guys were really rough on us. And when these guys came to us, we really jubilated with them.
Was anything taking place in Karamoja?
No.
What do you mean?
What I mean by no, like when people talk of the rebellion, so and so joining this, there was nothing.
The takeover of government by NRA was received by mixed fortunes. Whereas in Kampala it was bloodshed and confusion, other parts of the country it was either jubilation or some didn't even know what was taking place. Kenneth Bwire, WBS News.